wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and welcome to a session on the Quranic secrets revealed, or rather I would say reinterpreted. There is a verse in Surah Ar-Rahman chapter 55, the verse number 26, and it says, Kullu man alayha fan, and the following verses are, وَيَبْقَى وَجْهُ رَبِّكَ ذُو الْجَلَالِ وَالْإِكْرَامِ أَفَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. The verse 26, which is Kullu man alayha fan, has generally been transliterated in all the languages, regardless Urdu or English, as everything on earth is going to perish. And in general, this verse is taken as a negative verse because everything that you have is going to be perished. And our scholars have generally mentioned that if you have riches, if you have wealth, if you have health, if you have life, everything is going to perish. So, in a sense, this verse is considered or expressed as a negative verse. However, on the contrary, this is a glad tiding from our Lord, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is a good news, and you will be surprised that how can perishment can be a good news. But in fact it is, because the verse that follows immediately after that, which is 27 and 28, where it's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us, فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ, the verse which has been repeated many times in Quran, asking us, and what are the different bounties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala you will deny. So how come if something which is going to be perished, something, a verse of a preceding verse is a bad news, how can Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ask us that how can you deny the bounties, the favors of your Lord? So in effect, this verse is a good news. It is how we have interpreted it, or rather misinterpreted it. So the real interpretation is that everything, like for example you have sickness, like somebody has a poverty, like somebody is unemployed, like somebody is sick, all these is going to be replaced, all this is going to be perished, because these are not going to be permanent. There is nothing permanent on this face of the earth. Everything is subject to change. So every bad thing will change and will be replaced with better things. Because the way the universe has been designed, the whole universe, the scheme of universe is positive. It is towards life. It's not anti-life. It is for the survival and growth. Every tomorrow is going to bring better and better than the past, and that is what the humanity is experiencing, except for the Muslim Ummah collectively, because individually we are also growing, we are also noticing the good things in our individual lives, but collectively we are going backwards because this is our thoughts. And it is a scientific law, it is a natural law that what you think will become a thing. What we constantly condition to think, we are going to manifest it. So we are continuously thinking by our scholars, and we are accepting as a nation, as a Muslim Ummah, that every good thing is going to be perished. The riches is going to be to run away, and the life is going to be turned into death, and the health is soon will change into sickness, and our youth will turn into old age, and then ultimately we are going to suffer. So the verse has been expressed as suffering, and as a result we are receiving the sufferings. Although the entire verse is a glad tiding. So we need to start changing our perception, because it's our perception that in this verse Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking us that all the good that we have is going to perish. No. God has not put any condition. He has not attached any adjectives. It is we who attach the adjectives. It is we who are giving these negative connotation to this verse. So let's start giving positive connotation. Let's start thinking in a positive way that everything that is wrong, that is evil, that is bad, that is not healthy, that is not wholesome, it is going to change for the good. And once we start to think like this, we will start noticing that the sickness is disappearing and is being replaced by health, the poverty, the economic backwardness, the ignorance, the disputes, the divisions, the fights, all these things, if we start to take it as positive and start to think as and replace it with positive things of good, of health, of bounties, then you will notice that this will follow, because these, we have a good thought, we sow a good thought, and we will reap the harvest of reality being very good for us. So let's start changing the negative connotations, replace it with positive, and this is a glad tiding. Take this verse and repeat this verse, kullu man alayha fan, with your closed eyes, and start to imagine and start to replace that everything that we have as a negative is going to be replaced by something positive and good, and you will in reality start to experience those things. Wa akhiru dawana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.